What if your body is not just getting older? What if it is running out of power from the inside? I know that sounds strange, but think about it for a second. You wake up tired, even after sleeping. Your skin does not look as fresh as it used to. Your brain feels slower. You walk into a room and forget why you went there. Your metabolism feels stuck, like your body is holding on to every pound no matter what you do. And most people just say, well, that is aging. But what if that is not the full story? What if some of the tiredness, the brain fog, the slow metabolism, and even the way your face looks in the mirror are connected to something much deeper, something happening inside your cells? Your body has tiny energy engines inside almost every cell. They are called mitochondria. You can think of them like little batteries. They help power your brain, your heart, your muscles, your skin, your digestion, everything. And when those batteries start getting weak, your whole body feels it. Not all at once. That is the scary part. It happens slowly. First, you need more coffee. Then, workouts feel harder. Then your skin looks dull. Then you start saying things like, I guess I am just getting older. But maybe your body is not broken. Maybe your cells are just tired. And maybe the real problem is not your age. Maybe it is what has been draining your energy from the inside, day after day, without you even knowing it. That is what we need to talk about. Because once you understand what is happening inside your cells, a lot of things about your body start to make sense. So let's keep this simple. Mitochondria are tiny parts inside your cells that help make energy. You may have heard this in school before. People call them the powerhouse of the cell. And honestly, that phrase is so overused that most people stop listening as soon as they hear it. But this is not just some science class fact. This is your real life. Your mitochondria are working right now. They are helping your heart beat. They are helping your brain think. They are helping your muscles move. They are helping your skin repair. They are helping your body stay warm, alert, and alive. Food gives your body raw material, but food is not energy by itself. That is the part many people miss. You can eat the best food in the world, but your body still has to turn that food into usable energy. That is where mitochondria come in. Think of it like this. Food is the fuel. Mitochondria are the engine. If the engine is strong, your body can use that fuel well. You feel steady. You think clearly. You recover better. Your metabolism works better. Your cells have enough energy to do their jobs. But if the engine is damaged, everything feels harder. You can sleep more and still feel tired. You can eat less and still struggle with weight. You can try creams and skin products, but your face still looks worn out. You can take vitamins and still feel like something is missing. Because the problem may not be on the surface, it may be inside the cell. When mitochondria slow down, your cells do not get enough energy. And when your cells do not get enough energy, they start cutting corners. Your skin repairs slower. Your brain runs slower. Your muscles recover slower. Your metabolism burns slower. That is why mitochondrial health matters so much. It is not just about feeling energetic. It is about how well your body can repair, rebuild, and keep you feeling like yourself. And the hardest part is this. Most people do not notice their mitochondria getting weaker. They only notice the symptoms. They notice the afternoon crash, the heavy legs, the cloudy thinking, the stubborn belly fat, the older-looking skin, the feeling that their body is not responding like it used to. Then they blame age. But age may only be part of the story. The deeper question is this: are your cells still making energy the way they should? Because when your cells lose power, your whole body starts acting older than it really is. Here is the part most people never think about. When your mitochondria slow down, it does not just affect one part of your body. It affects everything. Because every part of you needs energy. Your brain needs energy to think clearly. That is why brain fog can feel so frustrating. You sit there trying to focus, but your mind feels cloudy. You read the same sentence 3 times. You forget names. You lose your train of thought in the middle of a conversation. And you may think, maybe I am just getting older. But your brain is one of the most energy-hungry organs in your body. It needs a huge amount of fuel just to stay sharp. So, when your cells are not making enough energy, Your brain feels it fast. Your muscles feel it too. You may notice your legs feel heavier than before. Stairs take more out of you. A simple walk feels harder than it should. You do a workout that used to feel normal, but now it leaves you sore for days. That is not always laziness. Sometimes your muscles simply do not have enough cellular energy to recover the way they used to. Your skin also needs energy. People forget this. Your skin is not just sitting there on your face. It is always repairing, replacing, and rebuilding. It needs energy to make collagen. It needs energy to heal small damage. It needs energy to stay firm, bright, and alive-looking. So when your mitochondria are weak, your skin can start to look tired too. Dull skin, loose skin, slower healing. A face that looks older than how you feel inside. And then there is your metabolism. Most people think metabolism is just about calories, but your metabolism is really about how your cells use energy. If your cells are strong and active, your body handles fuel better. You burn energy more smoothly. You feel steadier during the day. But when your cells are tired, your body starts acting slower. You may eat less and still not see much change. You may feel cold more often. You may crash in the afternoon. You may feel like your body is holding on to weight no matter what you try. That is why mitochondrial health matters so much. It is not just about having more energy for the gym. It is about having enough energy to live normally, to think clearly, to move without feeling drained, to wake up and not feel like you already need a break, to look in the mirror and feel like your body is still working with you, not against you. When your mitochondria are strong, your body has power to repair. But when they get weak, everything starts to feel harder. Your brain slows down. Your muscles get tired faster. Your skin repairs slower. Your metabolism becomes sluggish. And the scary thing is, it can happen slowly enough that you do not notice it right away. You just adjust. You drink more coffee. You move less. You accept the fatigue. You tell yourself this is normal aging. But maybe it is not just age. Maybe your cells are asking for help. And once you understand that, you stop blaming yourself so much. You start looking deeper. Because the problem may not be that you are weak. The problem may be that your cells are running on low power. Now, here is where things get uncomfortable. Because one of the biggest things the video talks about is not some strange chemical most people have never heard of. It is something sitting in regular food. Everyday food. The kind of food people eat without thinking twice. We are talking about seed oils, soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil. And the scary part is, these oils are everywhere. They are in chips, crackers, frozen meals, salad dressings, protein bars, store-bought sauces, fast food, restaurant food, even foods that look healthy on the front of the package. You pick up something that says natural or heart healthy, then you turn it around, and there it is. Soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil. Most people do not even notice it anymore. And that is the problem. The video explains that these oils can become a problem because of the way they behave inside the body. They are high in certain fats that can oxidize easily. In simple words, they can become unstable. And when that happens, they may create stress inside your cells. Not stress like you had a bad day at work. Cellular stress. The kind your body has to fight quietly. Your mitochondria have membranes around them. Think of those membranes like protective walls. They help control what gets in and what gets out. They help your mitochondria do their job and make energy the right way. But when damaged fats and oxidative stress keep showing up, those membranes can take a hit. And when the membrane gets weaker, the whole energy system can get messy. That is when the body starts feeling it. You may not feel it right after one meal. That is what makes it tricky. You eat the dressing. You eat the fried food. You grab the snack. Nothing dramatic happens. So you think it is fine. But over time, the video says this can slowly wear down the way your mitochondria work. And when your mitochondria work less efficiently, your body has less clean energy to use. That can show up as fatigue. So, brain fog, slower recovery, dull skin, a metabolism that feels stuck. And here is the part that really makes people stop and think. A lot of these oils are not in food Because they are great for your cells. They are in food because they are cheap, easy to use, and help products last longer on shelves. That does not mean every single bite will destroy you, but it does mean you need to start paying attention, because most people are not eating these oils once in a while. They are eating them every day, sometimes multiple times a day. A little in the breakfast bar, a little in the salad dressing, a little in the takeout lunch, a little in the chips at night. And by the end of the day, your cells may be dealing with more stress than you realize. That is why the first step is not complicated. Turn the package around. Read the ingredients. Look for soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, or the vague phrase vegetable oil. Once you start seeing it, you cannot unsee it, and that is the point. The problem may not be one big bad meal. It may be the small things you eat every day that slowly drain your cells without making any noise. Your body may not be weak. Your mitochondria may just be tired of fighting the same battle over and over again. Now let's talk about why this matters so much. Because this is not just about feeling a little tired. When your mitochondria get damaged, the problem can spread through the whole cell. Here is the simple version. Your mitochondria are supposed to make energy cleanly and efficiently. That energy is called ATP. You can think of ATP like the usable power your body runs on. Your brain uses it. Your heart uses it. Your muscles use it. Your skin uses it. Every repair job in your body needs it. But when your mitochondria are under too much stress, they do not make energy as well. One of the biggest problems is something called oxidative stress. That sounds complicated, but it is easy to understand. Oxidative stress is what happens when there are too many unstable particles inside the body. These particles are often called free radicals, or reactive oxygen species. Think of them like tiny sparks flying around inside the cell. A few sparks are normal. Your body can handle that. But when there are too many, and they keep hitting the same place over and over, they start causing damage. They can damage the outer membrane of the mitochondria. They can damage the proteins that help make energy. And even worse, they can damage mitochondrial DNA. That is a big deal. Because mitochondrial DNA carries instructions your mitochondria need to work properly, if that DNA gets damaged, the mitochondria can start making energy poorly, or they may not make enough energy at all. And once ATP drops, the whole cell starts struggling. This is where the cycle begins. Less ATP means the cell has less energy to repair itself. When repair slows down, more damage builds up. When more damage builds up, the mitochondria get weaker. When the mitochondria get weaker, they make even less ATP. So the cell gets stuck in a bad loop. Less energy, more damage, slower repair, more fatigue. And over time, that can start showing up in ways you actually feel. You wake up tired. You need more caffeine just to get moving. Your brain feels foggy. Your workouts feel harder. Your skin does not bounce back the same way. Your metabolism feels slow. And the hard part is, this does not happen overnight. It is slow. That is why so many people miss it. You do not wake up one morning and suddenly feel old. It creeps in. A little less energy this year. A little more brain fog next year. A little slower recovery. A little more stiffness. A little more weight that does not want to move. And because it happens slowly, most people just adjust. They say, "This is normal." They say, "I am just getting older." But inside the cell, something deeper may be going on. Your body may not be failing. Your cells may simply not have enough power to keep up. And when your cells cannot keep up, aging feels faster. That is why mitochondrial damage matters. It does not just affect energy. It affects repair. It affects recovery. It affects how your brain works. It affects how your skin looks. It affects how your metabolism responds. And it affects how old your body feels, even if your actual age has not changed much. But here is the good news. This is not a hopeless story. Your mitochondria are not just sitting there waiting to break down. Your body actually has systems that can clean up damaged parts and build new ones. That is the part most people never hear about. Your cells are not helpless. They are always checking for damage. They are always trying to repair. They are always trying to keep you alive and functioning. When a mitochondrion gets too damaged, your body can remove it. It can break it down and clear it out, almost like taking out the trash. Then, under the right conditions, your body can build newer, healthier mitochondria. That means the goal is not just to push through fatigue. The goal is to give your cells a reason to repair. And this changes the way you look at your body. Because maybe you are not lazy. Maybe you are not weak. Maybe your body has just been stuck in survival mode for too long. Too much stress, too much processed food, too little time between meals, too little real recovery. Too many signals telling your cells to keep fighting instead of rebuilding. But when you give your body the right conditions, it can start shifting. It can start cleaning up damaged mitochondria. It can start making energy better. It can start repairing more efficiently. And that is why this topic is so powerful, because once your mitochondria work better, everything else has a chance to work better too. Your energy can feel steadier. Your mind can feel clearer. Your muscles can recover better. Your skin can repair better. Your metabolism can respond better. Not because you found some magic trick, but because your cells finally have the power to do what they were designed to do. That is the hopeful part. Your body wants to heal. It wants to rebuild. It wants to protect you, but it needs the right environment. And the first step is understanding that fatigue is not always just age. Brain fog is not always just stress. Slow metabolism is not always just bad luck. Sometimes it is your cells asking for better support. And when you start listening to that signal, you stop fighting your body. You start working with it. Now, let's talk about the first step. And honestly, this is where a lot of people make it harder than it needs to be. Intermittent fasting does not mean starving yourself. It does not mean punishing your body. And it does not mean skipping food until you feel miserable. The basic idea is simple. You give your body a longer break from eating. That is it. One of the easiest ways to do this is the 16-to-8 method. That means you fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. But here is the part most people forget. Your sleep counts. So you are not awake and suffering for 16 hours. Let's say you finish eating at 9 p.m. Then you go to sleep around 11 p.m. You wake up at 7 a.m., 11 p.m. By the time you open your eyes, you already have about 10 hours done. You are more than halfway there. Then instead of eating breakfast right away, you wait until around 1 p.m. That gives you a full 6-hour fast. Then you eat from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. That is your eating window. Simple. No fancy app, no extreme plan, no weird rules, just a clean eating schedule your body can understand. Now, why does this matter for your cells? Because when you are eating all day, your body keeps getting fresh fuel, especially glucose. So your cells never really have to switch modes. They just keep burning what keeps coming in. But when you give your body enough time without food, something different starts to happen. Your body begins to use stored energy. It starts shifting from constantly using incoming food to tapping into fat for fuel. And during that shift, your cells also get a chance to clean up. That is the important part. The goal is not just weight loss. The goal is giving your body time to do repair work. Think about your house. If people are walking in and out all day, dropping things everywhere, making a mess, it is hard to clean. But when the house finally gets quiet, you can see what needs to be fixed. Your cells are kind of the same way. When food keeps coming in every few hours, your body is always busy processing. But when you stop eating for a while, your body can turn some attention toward cleanup. Old damaged parts, worn out cell pieces, mitochondria that are not working well. That is why fasting is not just about eating less. It is about creating space. Space for your body to switch fuel. Space for your cells to clean. Space for your mitochondria to start working better. But there is one big mistake you have to avoid. Do not use fasting as an excuse to eat junk. This happens all the time. Someone fasts until 1 p.m., then breaks the fast with fast food, fries, a big soda, and processed snacks. Then later they say, fasting did not work for me. But that is not really fasting's fault, because the fasting window gave your body a chance to repair. Then, the eating window brought the same stress right back in. You cannot fast for 16 hours and then flood your body with the same processed oils and low-quality foods that were causing problems in the first place. That is like cleaning your kitchen and then dumping trash on the floor again. The eating window still matters. You want real food, simple food, protein, healthy fats, vegetables, whole foods that your body knows how to use, and you want to check labels. Because if your eating window is full of soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, and packaged snacks, you are making the process harder than it needs to be. Start small. Do not try to be perfect on day one. Just pick your window, maybe 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., maybe 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Choose something that fits your real life. If you have dinner with your family at 7 p.m., do not pick a window that ends at 5 p.m. That is how people quit. Make it realistic. The first few days may feel strange. You may feel hungry in the morning. You may reach for coffee out of habit. You may feel like something is missing. That is normal. Your body is used to being fed at certain times. But after a few days, many people notice the hunger gets quieter. Their energy feels more stable. They stop crashing so hard in the afternoon, not because anything magical happened overnight, but because the body finally got a break. And that is what this first step is really about. Give your body a break. Give your cells a little quiet time. Give your mitochondria a chance to shift, clean up, and start doing their job again. You do not need to change your whole life today. Just start with the window. Pick the time you will stop eating. Pick the time you will start eating tomorrow. Do that for 1 week. That one simple change can become the foundation for everything else. Now, once you have your eating window, the next question is simple. What should you actually eat? Because remember, fasting is only one part of the picture. If you fast for 16 hours, then break that fast with low-quality processed food, your body is not going to feel great. You gave your cells a break. Then you hit them with the same stuff that was causing stress before. So during your eating window, the goal is not to eat perfectly. The goal is to eat in a way that helps your mitochondria do their job. One nutrient the video talks about is CoQ10. CoQ10 is something your mitochondria use to help make energy. Think of it like a helper inside the energy-making process. When your body has enough of it, your cells can produce energy more smoothly. Some foods naturally contain CoQ10. Beef is one of them. Fatty fish is another good choice. Things like sardines, mackerel, and wild salmon. Pasture-raised eggs can help too. And then there are organ meats, like liver. I know liver is not everyone's favorite food. Some people hear that and immediately make a face. That is fine. You do not have to force yourself to eat something you hate. But the point is this: real food matters. Real food matters. Foods that come from simple, recognizable sources are usually easier for your body to work with than packaged snacks full of cheap oils and fillers. So, if you are eating from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m., make those meals count. Get protein in. Add healthy fats. Choose foods that actually give your body something useful. And at the same time, start looking at labels. This is where a lot of people get surprised. You may think you are eating something healthy, but then you turn the package around and see vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, or safflower oil. That is when you have to pause. Because those oils show up everywhere. Salad dressings, crackers, protein bars, frozen meals, sauces, restaurant foods, even snacks that look clean on the front of the box. So do not trust the front label. Read the ingredients. If you see those oils, try to choose something else. Instead, use fats that are more stable and simple. Butter, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. You do not need to make this complicated. Cook your eggs in butter. Put olive oil on your salad. Use avocado oil when you need higher heat. Keep coconut oil as an option if you like the taste. The goal is not to become obsessive. The goal is to stop accidentally eating the same oils all day long, because it adds up. A little in the dressing, a little in the sauce, a little in the snack, a little in the takeout. By the end of the day, your mitochondria may be dealing with more stress than you realize, so keep it simple. During your eating window, build meals around real food. Protein, you recognize. Fats your body can handle. Food that leaves you steady instead of heavy and foggy. That is how you support your cells. Not with perfection. With better choices repeated often enough that your body can finally feel the difference. Now, let's talk about heat. And no, this is not about sitting in a sauna for 5 minutes, taking a selfie, and calling it a health routine. The video is talking about real heat exposure, the kind where your body actually has to respond. A good target is around 30 minutes in a hot sauna, at least 1 or 2 times a week. Not every person will start there right away, and that is okay. But the idea is simple. You use heat as a controlled stress, not the kind of stress that breaks you down, the kind that pushes your body to adapt. When you sit in strong heat, your body notices. Your heart rate goes up a little. You sweat. Your system works harder to cool you down. And inside your cells, something important starts happening. Your body begins making heat shock proteins. That name sounds technical, but think of them like repair helpers. When your cells are under heat stress, these proteins help protect and fix damaged parts. They help your body clean up messes inside the cell. They help your system become stronger the next time it faces stress. That is why sauna can be more than just relaxing. It can be a signal that tells your body, wake up, repair, adapt, get stronger. And when we are talking about mitochondria, that matters. Because weak mitochondria do not just need rest, they need the right signals to rebuild. Heat can be one of those signals. The goal is not to suffer. It is not to prove how tough you are. You do not need to sit there until you feel dizzy or miserable. That is not smart. The goal is controlled discomfort. Enough heat to make your body respond. Enough time to make the session count. But still safe enough that you can repeat it week after week. That is where the benefits come from. Not from doing it once. From consistency. You go once, you may feel relaxed. You go once or twice a week for several weeks, and your body starts learning. It starts adapting. It starts handling stress better. Many people notice they sleep better after sauna. Their body feels calmer. Their muscles feel looser. Their mind feels quieter. And that makes sense. Because heat forces your body to slow down in a way most of us never do anymore. No phone, no snacks, no rushing. Just heat, sweat, breathing, and your body doing quiet repair work in the background. But there is one important thing. Do not treat sauna like a magic fix. If you sit in the sauna twice a week, but keep eating processed food full of seed oils every day, you are still fighting yourself. Sauna helps send a repair signal. But your food, your sleep, your fasting window, and your daily habits still matter. This is not about one perfect trick. It is about stacking small signals that tell your body it is safe to rebuild. So if you have access to a sauna, start simple. Maybe 15 to 20 minutes at first. Build toward 30 minutes if your body handles it well. Drink water. Listen to your body. Do not push through warning signs. And make it part of your week, not something you do once when you feel motivated. Because your mitochondria do not rebuild from one dramatic effort. They rebuild from repeated signals. A little heat, a little consistency, a little discomfort. And over time, your body starts to respond. Now let's talk about the part most people want to skip. Cold exposure. I get it. Nobody wakes up excited to stand under cold water. A hot shower feels good. A cold shower feels like punishment, at least at first. But the video makes an important point here. Cold is not just uncomfortable. Cold is a signal. When your body feels cold, it has to react fast. It has to protect your temperature. It has to wake up systems that usually stay quiet when you are warm and comfortable all the time. One of those systems involves brown fat. Brown fat is different from the regular fat most people think about. Regular body fat mostly stores energy. Brown fat burns energy to create heat. And here is why that matters. Brown fat has a lot of mitochondria. That is what makes it so active. So when you expose your body to cold, your body starts using brown fat to help keep you warm. That sends a message through the body. We need more energy production. We need more heat. We need stronger mitochondria. That is why the video treats cold exposure as such a strong tool. It can push the body to build more mitochondria, or at least become better at using the ones it has. And the best part is, you do not need anything fancy. You do not need a cold plunge tub. You do not need a bag of ice. You do not need to turn your garage into some extreme wellness setup. Your shower is enough to start. At the end of your normal shower, turn the water cold for 3 minutes. That is it. 3 minutes. The first 20 seconds may feel terrible. Your breathing may get tight. Your body may want to jump out. That is normal. Do not panic. Just breathe slower. Let your body settle. After a minute, it usually becomes more manageable. Not fun, exactly, but manageable. And after you finish, something interesting happens. You feel awake. Your mind feels clearer. Your body feels switched on. It is almost like someone turned the lights back on inside you. That does not mean one cold shower changes everything. It does not. The power is in repeating the signal. A few minutes of cold, done consistently, tells your body to adapt. And adaptation is the whole point. You are not trying to torture yourself. You are training your body to become more resilient. That is why cold exposure works so well with sauna. Heat pushes your body one way. Cold pushes it the other way. Together, they create a strong contrast. Your body has to respond. It has to adjust. It has to get better at handling stress. But keep this practical. Start small. If 3 minutes feels like too much, start with 30 seconds. Then 1 minute. Then 2. Then build up. The goal is not to prove anything. The goal is to make it repeatable. Because a cold shower you can do 3 times a week is better than one brutal ice bath you never do again. And listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, chest pain, or anything that feels wrong, stop. This is not about pushing through danger. It is about controlled discomfort, not reckless stress. Cold exposure is simple. It is free. It is short. And according to the video, it may be one of the strongest signals you can give your body to wake up mitochondrial activity. So, do not overthink it. Finish your shower. Turn the water cold. Breathe through it. Stay for as long as you safely can. Then step out and notice how you feel. That small moment of discomfort may be one of the easiest ways to remind your body that it still knows how to adapt. Now let's talk about supplements. And I want to be clear here. Supplements are not magic. They are not a shortcut. And they are not supposed to replace real food, sleep, movement, fasting, or better daily habits. But in the video, supplements are mentioned as extra support for your mitochondria, not as the whole solution. More like tools that may help your cells do what they are already trying to do. The first one is CoQ10. CoQ10 is one of the big ones because your mitochondria use it in the energy-making process. Think of it like a helper that keeps the energy chain moving. As people get older, CoQ10 levels can go down, and when that happens, energy production may not feel as smooth as it used to. That is why the video puts CoQ10 near the top of the list. If your cells are trying to make ATP, which is the usable energy your body runs on, CoQ10 is one of the nutrients that supports that process. The next one is NMN, or NR. These are often talked about because they help support NAD+ levels in the body. NAD+ is another compound your cells use for energy and repair. It is connected to how well your cells handle stress, fix damage, and keep things running. Again, this does not mean NMN or NR will suddenly make someone young overnight. That is not how the body works. But according to the video, these compounds may help support the internal systems your mitochondria depend on. Then there is magnesium glycinate. This one is more familiar to a lot of people. Magnesium is involved in many processes in the body. Your muscles use it, your nerves use it, your cells use it, and your mitochondria need magnesium to help with energy production. The video mentions magnesium glycinate because it is often easier on the stomach compared to some other forms. A lot of people do not even realize they may not be getting enough magnesium. They just feel tense, tired, wired at night, or unable to relax. Now, that does not mean magnesium fixes everything, but it can be one of those basic supports your body may have been missing. The next one is acetyl L-carnitine. This one is connected to how your body uses fat for energy. Your mitochondria burn fuel, and carnitine helps move fatty acids into the mitochondria so they can be used. In simple terms, It helps get the fuel where it needs to go. That is why the video connects acetyl L-carnitine with energy, fat burning, and mitochondrial function, not in a hype way, just as part of the fuel-moving process. And then there is alpha-lipoic acid. This one is talked about because it supports antioxidant defense. Remember, one of the big problems we talked about earlier was oxidative stress. Too many unstable particles can damage the mitochondria and make energy production messier. Alpha-lipoic acid may help support the body's ability to deal with that stress. So if we put the whole stack together, the video is really pointing to 5 main supports. CoQ10 for energy production, NMN or NR for NAD plus support, magnesium glycinate for basic cellular function and ATP support, acetyl L-carnitine for moving fat into the mitochondria, alpha-lipoic acid for antioxidant protection. But here is the part people need to hear. Do not start everything at once. That is one of the biggest mistakes people make. They watch one video, get excited, buy 5 bottles, take everything on the same day, and then they have no idea what is helping, what is bothering them, or what their body actually needs. That is not smart. Start simple. If someone wants to try supplements, the video suggests building slowly. Maybe begin with CoQ10 and magnesium first. See how the body responds. Give it time. Then, if needed, add other things later. And of course, if someone takes medication, has a medical condition, or is not sure what is safe, they should talk with a healthcare professional first. That matters, because even helpful supplements are still active substances. They can affect the body. They can interact with things. They are not candy. The main point is this: supplements can support the system, but they cannot outwork bad habits. You cannot take CoQ10 and then eat processed food all day and expect your mitochondria to magically repair. You cannot take magnesium and ignore sleep. You cannot take NMN and keep living in a way that drains your cells every day. Supplements work best when they are part of a bigger plan. Cleaner food, a steady eating window, less seed oil exposure, heat and cold if your body can handle it, better sleep, more consistency. That is where they make more sense. Not as a miracle, but as support. Because the real goal is not to collect supplements. The real goal is to help your cells make energy again. And if your mitochondria finally get the right signals, the right fuel, and the right support, your whole body may start feeling different. Now, let's make this practical. Because it is easy to hear all of this and think, okay, that sounds good, but where do I even start? You do not need to change your whole life overnight. That is how people burn out. They try to fast, change every meal, buy 5 supplements, sit in a sauna, take ice baths, and fix their sleep all in the same week. Then by day 4, they are tired, annoyed, and done. So do not do that. Start slow. Build one layer at a time. For week 1 and week 2, focus on the basics. Start with the 16 to 8 eating window. Pick a window that fits your real life. Maybe you eat from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., maybe 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. The exact time does not matter as much as being consistent. Remember, your sleep counts as part of the fast. So you are not starving all day. You are just giving your body a longer break from food. During these first 2 weeks, also start removing seed oils. Do not make it complicated. Just read label. Look for soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, or vegetable oil. If you see them, try to choose something else. Use butter, olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil instead. This one change alone can make your food feel cleaner and less heavy. If supplements make sense for you, this is also where the video suggests starting simple. Not the whole stack, just CoQ10 and magnesium glycinate. That is enough for the beginning. Let your body adjust. Do not overwhelm it. In week 3, add sauna if you have access to one. Start with what you can handle, maybe 15 or 20 minutes at first. Then, work toward 30 minutes if your body responds well. The goal is not to prove how tough you are. The goal is to give your body a heat signal, a little controlled stress, a reason to adapt. Go once that week if you are new to it. If it feels good, you can build toward 1 or 2 sessions a week. Drink water, go slowly, Listen to your body. In week 4, add cold exposure. And again, keep it simple. You do not need an ice bath. You do not need a cold plunge tub. Just finish your normal shower, then turn the water cold. Start with 30 seconds if you need to. Then build toward 3 minutes. The first time may feel rough. That is normal. Breathe through it. Do not panic. You are teaching your body that it can handle discomfort without falling apart. After week 4, if everything feels steady, then you can think about adding more supplements from the video. Maybe NMN or NR. Maybe acetyl L-carnitine. Maybe alpha-lipoic acid. But do not rush. Add one thing at a time. That way, you know how your body feels. By week 6 to week 8, start paying attention, not obsessively. Just notice. Are you waking up with a little more energy? Is your afternoon crash less intense? Do you need less coffee? Is your sleep deeper? Is your skin looking a little clearer? Is your mind sharper in the morning? These changes may not hit you like lightning. They may be quiet, but quiet progress still counts. A lot of people miss progress because they are waiting for something dramatic. But sometimes the first sign is simple. You get through the day and realize you did not feel as drained. You walk upstairs and it feels easier. You wake up and do not feel like your body is fighting you. That matters. By week 12, if you have stayed consistent, the changes may become easier to see. Your energy may feel more stable. Your sleep may feel more reliable. Your skin may look less dull. Your body may feel lighter. Your cravings may calm down. Your metabolism may feel like it is finally responding again. But remember, this only works if you keep it realistic. Do not chase perfection. Chase consistency. A decent plan you can follow for 12 weeks is better than a perfect plan you quit after 5 days. So here is the simple version. Weeks 1 and 2. Eating window, remove seed oils, maybe CoQ10 and magnesium. Week 3. Add sauna. Week 4. Add cold shower. Weeks 6 to 8. Watch your energy, sleep, skin, and mental clarity. Week 12. Look back and see what changed. That is the plan. Not extreme, not fancy, just one step at a time. And because your mitochondria do not need drama, they need better signals, repeated long enough for your body to believe them. Now, before you try this, we need to talk about the mistakes, because this is where most people mess up. Not because they are lazy, not because they do not care, but because they do half of the plan, skip the hard parts, and then say, it did not work. The first mistake is fasting, but still eating the same bad foods. This is probably the biggest one. Someone fasts for 16 hours. They feel proud. Then, they open their eating window with fast food, chips, store-bought dressing, frozen meals, and snacks full of seed oils. Then, they wonder why they still feel tired. But fasting is not a free pass to eat whatever you want. The fasting window gives your body a break. The eating window needs to support that break. If you keep bringing soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, and vegetable oil back into your meals every day, your cells are still fighting the same battle. The second mistake is doing sauna one time and expecting a miracle. You sit in the heat once, sweat a lot, feel good, and think, okay, I did the sauna thing. But your body does not adapt from one random session. It adapts from repeated signals. One sauna session may help you relax, but 1 or 2 sessions a week, done consistently, is what teaches your body to respond. That is where the real change starts. The third mistake is going too extreme with fasting. Some people hear 16 to 8 and immediately think, if 16 hours is good, 24 or 48 hours must be better. Not always. More is not always better. Sometimes more just means more stress. If you push too hard too soon, your body may fight back. You may feel wired, exhausted, cranky, or completely burned out. Then you quit. That is why 16 to 8 is enough for most people to start. It is simple, it is realistic. And you can actually keep doing it. The fourth mistake is expecting results in 3 days. This one gets a lot of people. They start the plan on Monday. By Thursday, they check the mirror and think nothing changed, so they stop. But mitochondria do not rebuild overnight. Your body did not get tired in 3 days. Your cells did not lose energy in 1 week. So give your body time to respond. For some people, the first signs show up around week 2 or week 3. For others, it may take 4 to 6 weeks. That is normal. You are looking for small signals first. Better sleep, less afternoon crash, clearer thinking, a little more energy in the morning. Those small changes matter. The fifth mistake is skipping cold exposure. People like the idea of sauna because it feels warm and relaxing. Cold showers are different. They are uncomfortable, so people skip them. But according to the video, cold is one of the strongest signals for mitochondrial adaptation. And the best part is, it is free. You do not need a fancy ice bath. You just need the last few minutes of your shower. Start with 30 seconds. Build from there. Do not make it dramatic. Just make it consistent. The sixth mistake is taking too many supplements. This happens all the time. Someone hears about CoQ10, NMN, magnesium, L-carnitine, and alpha-lipoic acid. Then they buy everything and start all of it at once. That may feel productive, but it can actually make things confusing. If your stomach feels off, which one caused it? If you feel better, which one helped? You have no idea, so go slow. Start with the basics, maybe CoQ10 and magnesium first, if they make sense for you. Then add one thing at a time, later. And if you take medication or have a health condition, check with a healthcare professional first. The point is not to swallow a cabinet full of pills. The point is to support your cells in a smart way. So remember this. Do not fast and then eat junk. Do not do sauna once and quit. Do not turn fasting into punishment. Do not expect overnight changes. Do not skip the cold just because it is uncomfortable. And do not think more supplements means better results. This plan works best when it is simple, small steps, repeated often. That is how your body starts to trust the signal. That is how your cells finally get a chance to rebuild. Now, I know what some people are thinking. This sounds interesting, but what about fasting? Isn't fasting bad for you? That is a fair question. But fasting does not mean starving yourself, and it does not mean ignoring your body. With 16 to 8, you are still eating every day. You are still getting your meals. You are just giving your body a longer break between dinner and your first meal the next day. And remember, most of that fasting time happens while you are asleep, so it is not as extreme as it sounds. The goal is not to suffer. The goal is to stop eating all day long and give your cells some quiet time to clean up and reset. Then there is the breakfast question. People ask, is it bad to skip breakfast? For some people, breakfast works great. For others, eating first thing in the morning makes them hungrier all day. The point is not that breakfast is evil. The point is that you choose an eating window that works for your body and your schedule. If you feel better eating from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., do that. If 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. fits your life better, do that. This is not about following someone else's perfect routine. It is about finding a rhythm you can actually keep. Another question is, what if I do not have a sauna? That is real. Not everyone has a sauna at home. Not everyone has a fancy gym membership. But you still have options. Some gyms have saunas. Some community centers do. Some spas do. And if none of that is available, a hot bath can be a simple backup. It may not be exactly the same as a sauna, but it still gives your body a heat signal. Do what you can. Do not quit just because you cannot do the perfect version. Then people ask about supplements. What if they are too expensive? Again, fair question. You do not have to buy everything at once. You do not need 5 bottles on day 1. If supplements make sense for you, start with the basics. The video talks about CoQ10 and magnesium as a simple place to begin. But even without supplements, you can still start with the free parts. Your eating window is free. Reading food labels is free. Avoiding seed oils when possible does not have to be expensive. Cold showers are free. Walking is free. Sleep is free, even if it takes effort to protect it. Do not let supplement prices make you feel like you cannot start. You can. Start with what you can control. And then there is the biggest question. What if I do not have discipline? Honestly, most people do not feel disciplined at the beginning. That is normal. Discipline usually comes after you make something easier to repeat. So do not build a plan that depends on willpower. Build a plan that fits your real life. Pick an eating window that works with your family dinner. Keep simple foods in the house. Do not buy the snacks you know you will eat at night. Put your supplements next to the meal where you will take them. End your shower with 30 seconds of cold instead of forcing 3 minutes right away. Make the first step so small that you can actually do it. That is how habits start. Not with motivation, with structure. And once your body starts feeling better, the discipline gets easier. Because now you are not forcing yourself for no reason. You are doing it because you can feel the difference. So yes, there are questions. Yes, there are obstacles. But most of them have simple answers. You do not need the perfect schedule. You do not need the perfect equipment. You do not need the perfect supplement stack. And you do not need to become a different person overnight. You just need to start with one small thing you can repeat. That is enough to begin. Now, let's make this really simple. Because the truth is, most people do not fail because the plan is too hard. They fail because they try to change too much at once. They wake up one morning and decide they are going to fix everything. Their food, their sleep, their supplements, their workouts, their fasting, their cold showers, everything. And by the end of the week, they are exhausted. So do not do that. For the next 30 days, your first job is simple. Pick your eating window. That is it. Decide when you will start eating and when you will stop eating. Maybe your window is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Maybe it is 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Choose something that fits your real life. If you eat dinner with your family, make room for that. If your work schedule is strange, adjust around it. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to repeat it. For the first week, just follow your eating window. Let your body get used to it. Notice your hunger. Notice your energy. Notice how you feel in the morning. Do not panic if the first few days feel strange. That is normal. Your body is used to eating at certain times. It may complain a little when you change the pattern. In week 2, start looking at labels. Do not try to clean out your whole kitchen in one day. Just start noticing. Look for soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, or vegetable oil. When you see those ingredients, choose something else when you can. Small change, big direction. In week 3, add heat if you have access to it. A sauna once or twice that week is enough to start. Do not overdo it. Sit in the heat, sweat, breathe, drink water, and let your body respond. In week 4, add cold. Not an extreme ice bath, just a cold finish to your shower. Start with 30 seconds if that is all you can handle. Build toward 3 minutes over time. And if supplements make sense for you, start small. Do not buy everything. Do not take everything. Maybe begin with 1 or 2 basic supports, like CoQ10 and magnesium, if they are right for you. Then, watch your body for 30 days. Watch your energy. Watch your sleep. Watch your skin. Watch your focus. Watch your hunger. Watch that afternoon crash. You are not looking for a miracle. You are looking for signs that your body is starting to respond. That is the whole plan. One eating window, better labels, a little heat, a little cold, simple support, 30 days of paying attention. That is enough to begin. So here is the big idea. You may not be just getting older. Your body may be running low on cellular power. And when your mitochondria are tired, everything feels harder. Your brain feels slower. Your skin looks duller. Your metabolism feels stuck. Your muscles take longer to recover. Your mood feels less steady. Even normal days can feel heavier than they should. But the hopeful part is this: your body is not broken. Your cells are not giving up. Your mitochondria are not dead weight inside you. They are living systems. They respond to signals. They respond to food. They respond to fasting. They respond to heat. They respond to cold. They respond to the environment you give them every day. And when those signals improve, your body may start to feel different. More energy, clearer thinking, better recovery, better skin, a metabolism that feels more awake. Not overnight, not from one magic trick, but from simple actions repeated long enough for your body to trust them. So here is my challenge. Try this for 30 days. Pick your eating window. Read your food labels. Avoid seed oils when you can. Use heat if you have access to it. End your shower cold. Start small with supplements only if they make sense for you. And most importantly, pay attention. Your body is always talking. Most of us just got used to ignoring it. After 30 days, come back and ask yourself one simple question. Do I feel different? If this video helped you see your body in a new way, subscribe to Hidden Organ Secrets and leave a comment below. Tell us what you are going to try first. The eating window? Removing seed oils? Sauna? Cold showers? Your experience may help someone else start too, because sometimes one small change is all it takes to stop blaming age and start giving your cells the support they have been asking for. Practical way to apply this. The easiest way to start is not by buying a bunch of supplements. Start with one simple action. Choose a fixed 8-hour eating window. Then, clean up what happens inside that window. Start reading labels. Watch out for soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, and vegetable oil. If you see them often, that is your first clue. Swap them when you can. Use butter, olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil instead. If you have access to a sauna, use it once or twice a week. Do not turn it into a competition. Just be consistent. After sauna, or the next day, finish your shower with cold water. Work up to 3 minutes. If you use supplements, start with 1 or 2. Do not throw 5 new things into your body at once. And for 30 days, track the things that matter. Your energy, your sleep, your skin, your mental clarity, your hunger, your afternoon crash. That is how you know whether your body is responding. Not by guessing, by paying attention. Best viewer retention angle. The strongest idea in this video is simple. You are not just getting older. You may be draining the tiny batteries inside your cells. That idea is easy to understand. It is visual. It makes people curious, because everyone knows what a dying battery feels like. Your phone slows down, your laptop overheats, your car struggles to start, and the video connects that same feeling to the human body. You feel tired, you think slower, you recover worse, and your skin looks older. Your metabolism slows down. So, instead of saying, "Here are some healthy habits," the better story is this. What if your body is not failing because of age? What if your cells are running out of power because of what you do every day? That keeps people watching, because now they want to know what is draining them. And more importantly, they want to know how to recharge.